everybody, welcome back to another unboxing and figure review. Today we have from McFarlane Toys, the DC Multiverse, animated Batman. If you're not familiar with this guy, he's based off of the 1992 animated series, which was a fantastic series. I loved it as a kid, and it's just as good now as it was back then. This figure was originally released, I think it's January of 2020. This figure is a couple years old, but you can still find him in store just about everywhere. I'm a big Marvel fan, but I do have a soft spot for Batman. I think Batman's awesome. One of the most iconic superheroes out there. So let's take a closer look at side of the packaging. These have pretty plain packaging, not like the Marvel Legends and your G.I. Joes and stuff like that, with some design and artwork on the side. The McFarlane ones are pretty rare bones. Pretty cool design on the back though. Batman animated series on the side. Pretty plain on top too, nothing to see. Just basic barcode and everything on the bottom. Let's get to it and pop this guy open so we can get a closer look. If for some reason you're unfamiliar with these DC Multiverse figures, they come with a base and they come with an awesome trading card as well. So here he is outside the box, and right from the start, what I was really worried about with this figure is he's so top heavy and he has little tiny skinny legs. I knew it was going to be quite difficult to get this guy to stand. Even with the base and the peg, here's a quick look at the trading card. You see Batman animated series on the front. A little read up on the back there if you want to pause and take a look. Comes with two accessories. First one is a grappling gun, which is pretty cool. And he comes with a batarang as well. He also comes with, in the package he has two fisted hands. And he comes with a set of open hands with two trigger fingers as well. Quick look at the head sculpt. I really love the head sculpt. I think the head sculpt's awesome. Closer look at the upper body. I really like the blue. Don't know what's going on with all the different coloring inside the cape. Kind of takes away from the appearance of the figure a little bit, but it's still pretty cool. I do like the cape. It is pretty stiff, but it looks awesome. Look at his utility belt and his little skinny legs. Bruce Wayne definitely skipped leg day. I don't remember his legs being this skinny in animated series. So I'm kind of confused as why when they designed it this way. Now that we had a closer look, let's go over articulation. His head goes back this far, forward this far. There is a full rotation, a little bit of swivel from side to side. Pretty stiff. You got to loosen this one up a little bit. Most of these McFarlane are pretty stiff front packaging anyways. And for his arms, obviously I could tell right from the start that it's going to be somewhat restricted by his cape, but we'll just fold his cape up a little bit. So his shoulder goes up this far, all the way around. There is a little butterfly joint there as well that goes forward this far, back this far. The butterfly joint is kind of weird, man. It's got a weird feel to it. Maybe it's because I'm so used to Marvel Legends. There is a bicep swivel that you get a full rotation with as well. There is single jointed elbows that bend this far. And it has this ball joint at the wrist. Just go back and forward all around. And I really like this type of joint in the wrist. It's pretty cool. Kind of joints give you a lot of range of motion with the wrist. There's also an ab crunch that goes back this far. And very restricted, only goes forward this far. You can get a full rotation with his upper body as well. Oh, you get a full rotation at the waist. Like I said, very stiff. His legs come out this far. Forward this far, so kind of restricted as well. A lot of range of motion going back. There is double jointed pin knees. Awesome range of motion with his knees. There is no boot cut. Same type of joint that you have with the wrists. His ankles go in basically any direction you want to put them to, as long as you play around with it a little bit. Takes a bit of playing around just to get used to it, especially if you're used to Marvel Legends. And there is actually a hinge joint on his toe as well. Here he is next to an awesome 6-inch G.I. Joe Classified Battle Armored Trooper, or Bat. Kind of a weird comparison, but let's do a comparison to NECA King Kong. This NECA King Kong is the illustrated version or poster version. Pretty awesome figure. Wasn't overly crazy about this figure at first, but it kind of grows on you. Let's do one more comparison to the awesome Flashpoint Batman. McFarlane really knocked it out of the park with this one. This is definitely one of my favorite figures that I own, and it's probably my favorite Batman figure that I own so far. Overall, you guys can see that they are pretty much the same size. Not to take away from this figure, man, this one looks awesome as well. If I could just get the damn thing to stand up. Like the slightest movement, and he's definitely going to fall over. But I can't take away how good this figure actually looks. Love the head sculpt, like the cape, like paint application, the bat symbol, like the accessories. I like everything about the figure. Utility belt, man, everything looks awesome. I just wish the figure could stand up. Let's do one more comparison to Far From Home Spider-Man. This guy is a 7-inch figure, and you can see how he just towers over Spider-Man. The Spider-Man is a little bit smaller than average 6-inch Marvel Legend, but the G.I. Joe is basically the same size as a standard 6-inch Marvel Legend. So there's nowhere to attach his grapnel gun to his utility belt or anything like that, and there's nowhere to store the Batarang either. These legs are very loose on this one, and the upper body's so stiff. As you see there, I didn't even apply pressure to the joints on this one, and his leg just popped off, so be very careful. Very frustrating trying to do a review on this. Try to pop off his hand. Put an open hand. Put an open hand in there so we can put in his grapnel gun on this hand. And then we'll switch out the other open hand. Stick that Batarang in that one as well. Overall appearance of the figure is pretty awesome. For anybody that likes to photograph your figures and try a lot of different poses, this guy is just not going to cut it. He's way too top heavy and his legs are way too loose. This is the only position that I can fix this guy in, that he actually stands up. Even with the base, it's pretty difficult to get this guy to stand. So it's pretty cool that we did get a couple of accessories. The overall paint application on this figure is pretty clean all over. Like I said, the only thing weird is the inside of the cape got something weird going on there. I guess it's just kind of plastic that he used. The black is painted on the back, but the inside of the cape just used blue plastic. So overall, I'm going to give this one 7.5 based off of poor articulation. Overall appearance is great. Paint application is great. I like how he comes with a few accessories. I like how he comes with a trading card and a base as well. But the fact that you can barely get this guy to stand up even with a base definitely brings it down a lot for me. So 7.5, I think it's a pretty fair score. This guy can be very frustrating, and his leg popped off 4 or 5 times just trying to get him to stand. So that definitely takes him down a few notches. So hopefully you liked our unboxing review. I know it's an older figure, but let us know in the comments below if you have this figure. Let us know in the comments below as well what you actually think of this figure, and are you a big fan of McFarlane DC Multiverse toys. I'm fairly new to them. I don't have a whole lot unboxed yet. I probably got 9 or 10 DC figures and probably 500 Marvel figures, so it's pretty unfortunate with this figure. I'm a pretty big fan of the animated series, and I'm a massive fan of Batman. So a little bit disappointed with this figure, which kind of sucks. So let me know in the comments below as well, guys, if you have problems with this figure, or do you guys have issues trying to get them to stand as well. If you like our unboxing and review, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you like our content, don't forget to subscribe as well. And if you subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting and stay safe.